Okay, what's good, guys? This is PM, and I have a UU battle against one of my buddies in beast mode right now, and this was kind of a fun UU battle that we had. I know it's kind of a long battle, but it was kind of funny. It was kind of some good predictions and stuff, and it was pretty funny at the same time. So hope you guys do stick around. I think it is going to be a pretty entertaining video. So please do stick around, and he's gonna be out with a Whimsicott, being out with a Machamp, and I just want to kill this thing off just because Whimsicott is a little bitch, and I go for the Bullet Punch, which is like the most retarded move to go for against the Whimsicott, just because they have priority already, so there's no reason for me to do that. And okay, sorry, my thing's lagging a little bit, and I'm sorry. He luckily for me, he's gonna hit himself in confusion, and I hit him with the Stone Edge, so that will be goodbye Whimsicott. So now he's gonna bring out his Machamp. I have a good counter to this thing in Sigilyph, and he can take damage punches all day, every day. He works 9 to 5, and he does this as his job. He even works on Sundays sometimes. Extra hours. And I was gonna go for a Psycho Shift just because I want to get something on his team burned, but unfortunately I missed, which kind of sucks. And I'm gonna predict the Ice Beam go into my Snorlax, which can take those things all day as well. It works as well, and he works on the weekends, late nights, and I am going to set up some curses up in this bitch just because, I want to sweep his team. His team looks pretty weak to Snorlax if I set up some curses because I'm a res talking set. But of course, he has this fucking superior. He has this fucking Rhyperior out, and my only attack is Body Slam, and I won't be doing too much, so I should switch out. But stupidly for me, I go for curses because I was kind of stupid when I was playing this battle, and I'm gonna set up another curse. I'm just like, wait a second, how am I fucking faster than you? I'm just like, wait, Rhyperior alone roar. Oh god, this is not very good for me at all. So he's gonna phase me out with the roar. Fortunately enough, I go into my Donphan so I can rapid spin the rocks away. And I don't want to be setting up my rocks just yet, just because he has a Satu on the field, and that magic bounce shit. And he's gonna go for the earthquake, and that he just to break my sturdy. And I'm either gonna predict another earthquake, or he's going to switch into a Zatu, predicting the stealth rocks. So I'm gonna do a switch out into my Sigilyph, but for some reason he goes for the roar, which is a pretty nice prediction on his part. But since there's no rocks on the field, it's not gonna really matter too much. And I'm gonna be sent out into my Shaman right here, which can easily one-hit KO with the Seed Flash, so that's what I'm going to go for right now. That does a pretty nice chunk of damage to the Zatu, just because, Zatu does not have the best bulk. And he's going to set up a light screen up, and this is kind of annoying just because I can't one-hit KO it with my Choice Scarfed King. And since I know that he knows I'm Scarfed just because this is a rematch, and it was kind of revealed that I was Scarfed last time, I'm going to predict him to switch into his Empoleon because I can switch up moves, and he goes for the moves. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? You are supposed to switch at that point. I mean, seriously, come on, man. And now I'm going to switch back into my Nidoking, and he's going to go for Nightshade, and this guy's kind of annoying me right now, so I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt, and I'm not having this guy roost on me again. So now that he knows I'm locked into Thunderbolt, he might want to go into his Rhyperior. He does switch into it, but I really don't care, just because as long as he does not roost in my face again like he did last time, I am okay with Rhyperior coming in. So I'm going to predict an Earthquake or Stealth Rock, so I go into my Sigilyph, but he predicts my Sigilyph switch in pretty nicely and goes for the Smackdown. And I go for the Psycho Shift, and of course I fucking miss again. So I'm just like, what the fuck, man? He's going to Earthquake and take me out. This is just not looking very well for me. And I'm pretty mad just because he predicted that switching. And I'm supposed to be the one making predictions up in this bitch here. And I go for the Hidden Power Fire, probably not the best move. I should have ice on this thing. Like, I used this Shaman in a previous video. I was too lazy to change this because I just picked some random shit for my boxes just because I didn't feel like making new Pokemon because that takes too much time. But anyway, I go for the Sea Flare regardless if he switches in or stays in. And that will easily be a one-hit KO on the Rhyperior. And he sets up the Stealth Rocks. It's not the best move just because I have Rapid Spin. I missed the Seed Flare in that matter just because I could take out the could easily take out the Zatu at that point with 2 Seed Flares. Trust me, I could take him out. If he didn't go for the Roost and he went for Light Skin, I could have taken him out, but unfortunately I missed the Seed Flare, which did matter. And now he's going to Roost back up and set up the screens, which is really irritating. Honestly, it's pretty irritating, but now I can at least Rabbit Spin the rocks away, and that's all I really want to do. I'm not going to go for Ice Shard because that would look kind of stupid, because that would just do a pitiful amount of damage. Even though it's super effective, you know, it's only base 40 power and he has a Reflect Up. So I'm going to go into Snorlaxus to wall him pretty nicely, and I can go for a Body Slam. And fortunately enough for me, I do get the para on this Machamp. And now I want to switch out just because I don't want to take a Dynamic Punch to the face. So I go into my Shaman, which is physically defensive, so I can take one pretty nicely. And fortunately for me, if I don't get hit, if I don't hit myself in confusion, I can hit something hard with the Seed Flare. Unfortunately, he's gonna switch out into his Umbreon, which can take those hits pretty nicely. So hitting myself in confusion, it's not really a big deal just because it would not have done too much damage right now. But now I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed, and creating some good HP from this Umbreon will be great for me. But he has a Heal Bar, which is really irritating just because I won't be able to outspeed that Machamp all the time. So now I'm gonna switch out again, and I'm gonna go into my what I go into one now? I'm gonna go into my Machamp just to hit something hard with Dynamic Punch, and he's gonna go for a Yawn because he's running a Yawn pursuit set. It's kind of interesting, it's kind of original, but Umbreon does not have the best attack, so it's not the best set to be running on the Umbreon. And now I'm gonna predict the switch into Zatu and go for the Stone Edge, but unfortunately the reflects up, so it's not gonna do as much as I was hoping it to do. And now I'm gonna go for the Dynamic Punch, and I know it's kind of a weird move, but the thing was I wanted to stall out some more turns of Reflect, and unfortunately for me, if he hits himself in confusion, I can still hit him with the Stone Edge, and that probably will kill him if he hits himself in confusion. So I'm kind of praying for hacks at this point, and luckily for me, he does hit himself in confusion, so that will be an easy KO for Machamp. And now that Zatu's out of the picture and can set up some Stealth Rocks, and that's pretty great for me. So he brings out the Employer. Now I know I can take a serve at full HP and hit him with that Dynamic Punch, but I get fucking paralyzed. I knew that Stun Spore would bite me in the ass somewhere, and now I'm just going to my Shaman. Well, if he went for the Ice Beam, that would have been pretty bad, but I think I could have taken at least one. And now I can outspeed him and go for the Earth Power, which is pretty great, just because Shaman is pretty awesome. Because I'm a wall, but I can still outspeed this Employer, which is pretty great. But unfortunately, I don't KO him, and he is going to be able to take me out with the Ice Beam. So this Employer is kind of being annoying, but I do have Snorlax, which can wall him pretty well, or I have my King to Revenge Kill it pretty easily. And since Zatu's out of the picture, I can just go for Earth Power. But this Umbreon comes in, and he just like takes it way too well. He's just gonna Wish and Protect, and I really don't feel like doing that just because I don't want to get yawned, and it's just not a good time for my King over here. So I'm gonna go into my Machamp again. Nothing on his team wants to take a Dynamic Punch at this point. Really, like, he is kind of screwed at this point. So he's going to bring out his own Machamp, and he does have the Reflect Up, so he's going to be able to take it a little bit better than he would originally. And he has a Wish too, so that's really just going to do nothing to the Machamp. So now I can stay in just because I really have nothing to switch into a Dynamic Punch other than my Donphan, which I'm going to go into right now, but I can't do much to him because Earthquake really won't do too much. But anyway, he's going to hit me with Dynamic Punch. It's going to do nothing. Like, oh my god, Donphan's such a fucking beast. But now I can hopefully try to hit myself out of confusion and set up my Stealth Rocks because I want to make sure that Empoleon does not come back in. And he won't be able to switch in freely. But I hit myself in confusion, which is just like, okay, Umbreon can't do shit to me anyway. And now I'm hoping to set up my Stealth Rocks as he goes for the Wish. And now I think I hit myself in confusion again just because Donphan is just a stupid ass motherfucker. He can't learn to set up Stealth Rocks, and he just has to hit himself in confusion. And he's gonna go for the Pursuit. There's no reason. I don't understand why he just didn't go for the Yawn right there. But I'm gonna hit myself in confusion for the third time again, which is just like fucking irritating. Just because, you know, this hacks is kind of irritating because, you know, I missed the cycle shifts and shit like that, and I'm pretty mad at this point. So now he brings in the Machamp, and I finally get snap out of I finally get through the confusion and go for the Stealth Rocks, and now I'm just going to side stand because I think my team really wants to switch into a Dynamic Punch, and I finally snap out of confusion. I go for an Earthquake, which is great for me, and it does not do as much as I was hoping it to do, just because Machamp can probably win out the Star War, if you want to call it Star Wars, because he has confusion on his side, and I'm going to get hit with a Dynamic Punch again. Lived that pretty nicely, but I hit myself in confusion again, which is really irritating. So now my best bet is to go for an Ice Shard, but you know my luck with this fucking confusion hacks. I'm gonna hit myself again. So I'm with 69 HP, which is, you know, ha 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 ha. But then, you know, the game just slaps me in the face by hitting myself again when I'm trying to go for the Ice Shard. So, you know, he gets a crit too, which is just like, you know, this is like trolling to the maximum, if you get what I'm saying. So now I'm pretty mad. I go into my Machamp. I know I can take a Dynamic Punch, and this Parafusion, I'm hoping I can get through this Parafusion, but unfortunately I do not, and that will be the end of my Machamp. So now I'm down to my last Pokemon, my Snorlax, and I know, oh wow, sorry, I have a Nidoking, but I take the Bullet Punch like a boss, and I hit him back with a Earth Power, and the game does not like my Nidoking, so we can't give him 69 HP. Actually, it just has to give him 68 HP, but I go for another Earth Power, and look at that smidgen. Look at that smidgen. Look at that fucking smidgen. Ice Shard would have definitely killed him at that point. Come on now. So now I have my Snorlax out. This is my last hope at winning the game. Dynamic Punch, oh my god. Base 100 plus attack, oh my god. I survive. Will hit myself in confusion. I do not hit him with the Body Slam. That's revenge, and that will be great. That can finally kill off this Machamp. And he's going to bring out the Umbreon, but now he's just going to run because he doesn't want to stall out, and he knows that I'm going to be able to win this game. So I hope you guys enjoy this battle. This was kind of a funny battle, kind of a long battle. I hope you guys still enjoyed. And this is PM, and deuces, guys.